Hello everyone, this is Michael, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology, Paul from Kanyakumari. So today we are seeing the topic is the concrete lining. So concrete lining can be precast or cast on site. This lining can be single layer or double layer. Even sprayed concrete, we call it a shotcrete. So sprayed in a one layer or multiple layers is also called as a lining system. So in case of tunneling, by tunneling boring machine, so TBM normally precast lining segments. They are cast at the casting yard, transported to the site, and then placed in position in the form of the lining rings using erector arm in the TBM. In case of tunnels, excavated by the drill and blast of road header method. Normally, one multiple layer of shotcrete or cast in situ concrete lining is used. In situ concrete lining is done using a lining shutter of the shape of the tunnel profile, which moves one of the temporary track provided in the tunnel canvas. After placing the shutter in the position, the concrete is pumped into the annular space between the shutter and tunnel periphery. After the concrete surge in the shutter is moved forward, the process is repeated till whole the length of the tunnel is covered. So see the picture, the precast lining, then lining, granule lining. Then cast in situ concrete lining. This can be used for both soft grade and hard rock tunnels can be constructed of either reinforced or plain concrete, while the lining may generally remain reinforced. Unreinforced structural design consideration and design criteria will dictate the need and amount of reinforcement. To ensure contact between the initial and final linings, the contact or grouting is performed as early as final linings have achieved at its 28 days length. This ensures contact between initial and final tunnel support, and any deterioration or weakening of initial support will lead to increased loading of the final support by the increase when not being supported by initial lining. So cast in situ concrete lining is having following advantages: suitable for use with any excavation and initial ground support method. Cracks, irregularities in the excavation can be constructed to any shape, provides a regular sound foundation for tunnel fascias, provides a durable, low maintenance structures. Cast in situ concrete lining is having following disadvantages. So the concrete placement, especially around this reinforcement, may be difficult. The nature of the construction of the lining restricts the ability to vibrate the concrete. Then next, while the lining may generally remain the enforced structural design considerations. Then precast segmental lining. So precast segmental lining are used in circular excavated using tunnel boring machines. So it can be used in both soft and hard rock. Then several curved precast elements or segments are assembled inside the tail of the TBMs to form a complete circle. These segments are relatively thin, 20 to 30 cm thick, and typically 1 to 1.5 meter wide, measured along the length of the tunnel. So precast lining segments are used as the initial ground support followed by the cast in situ concrete lining, or can serve as both the initial ground support and final lining straight up the trail of the TBM. So precast lining segments uses both initial support and final lining are built to a high tolerance and quality. Thank you.